Why is it that some creators can post videos every single week and get hundreds of thousands of views seemingly effortlessly, but you're struggling to get even your first 1,000 subscribers? There is a 10-minute rule that most YouTubers use that they don't share, which allows them to go viral on autopilot. The gap between struggling creators and the top 1% feels impossibly wide. You're putting in countless hours, you're pouring your heart out in every single video, and yet the views still barely trickle in. Meanwhile, it seems like some creators have figured out the viral formula to produce viral hit after viral hit after viral hit. A great example is Hormozi, who for the past 6 months has consistently posted 7 to 8 videos a month, with each video being close to an hour long. And he's doing all of this while running a $100 billion holding company, Acquisition.com. On the outside, it looks like he's on Adderall and he's working for 24 hours a day. It's absolutely insane. Or if you look at Abdaal, who's been posting content for 8 years consistently and right now still posts 4 to 5 videos every single month, some of which get 2 to 3 million views as a simple talking head video. And on the entertainment and documentary side, there's this channel called Fern that's absolutely crushing it in the Blender documentary animation space. They post 1 video a week of the highest quality documentaries that you will find in all of YouTube. Perfectly scripted, perfectly animated, which has allowed them to go from 0 to 2.5 million subscribers in just a little bit over a year. And if you look at the first video on their channel, it is a whopping 6.5 million views. For some context on how difficult it is to keep up with that volume, is that the amount of time and energy that's required to create those complex animations and to do research and write the script requires a 30-person team. And guess what? Fern is run by a 30-person team. All these channels that I mentioned embodies 2 things. They have a high quality in terms of their content and they post consistently. And to really understand why you need both quality and quantity when you're making YouTube videos, we first have to understand YouTube as a platform. YouTube rewards quality content. Unlike TikTok or Instagram, where you can post 5 to 10 reels a day and get 2 million followers in the span of 60 days. That just doesn't happen on YouTube. Think of YouTube's platform as a sophisticated book recommendation system in a massive library. Unlike TikTok or Instagram, which functions more as like a rapid-fire ticker, YouTube is designed for deeper engagement. The fundamental difference stems from several key factors. First, YouTube's algorithm measures something that other platforms don't: watch time. When viewers spend a significant amount of time watching a video, it signals to YouTube that they are finding genuine value from the content. This is similar to how a person lingering in a bookstore aisle, deeply absorbed in a book, indicates high quality content than someone just flipping through a magazine. The algorithm indicates longer watch time as a vote of confidence in the content quality. Second, YouTube's recommendation system is built on something called viewing momentum. When viewers finish a video and immediately click on another video from the exact same creator, it sends a powerful signal about content quality, because that shows that this channel is able to keep viewers on the platform for longer. And when viewers stay on the YouTube platform longer, YouTube can run more ads and they can make more money from it. So YouTube is more likely to push this same creator onto other viewers' preferences. This viewing behavior shows that the creator is not just good at generating attention, they're also great at keeping attention and nurturing it. Third, YouTube's audience behavior is fundamentally different. Viewers come to YouTube with what we call intent-based viewing, which means when they log on, they're often seeking specific information, entertainment, or documentary content. And this is because YouTube doubles as a search engine and social media platform at the same time. This creates a natural filter for quality because viewers are more discerning with their time investment. They're not just mindlessly scrolling, but they're choosing to actively commit a certain amount of time to certain pieces of content. That is why even a single poor quality upload can absolutely destroy your channel, because you ruin the trust built with the viewer and with the algorithm. The platform also has a sophisticated viewer satisfaction metric, and this tracks whether viewers return to similar content, whether they share videos, whether they like, comment, subscribe, etc., etc. As the video continues to accumulate positive signals, over the long term, 1 month, 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, the video has a chance of still performing well, while low quality content tends to fade into the background quickly, even if there's an initial boost of high number of views. On the other hand, there's also counter argument that you don't necessarily need quality quantity, because there are channels like Dotford which post 1 video a month, and each of these videos are baggers.
My dad was very ego driven, and he wasn't a star by the time he was 40, and it just really drove him crazy.
Okay, now take it easy and don't lose your temper.
And I thought, okay, I'm not going to go down that road. It destroyed him.
He looks like he crushes it from the outside, and rightly so. Dotford is a perfectionist. When his videos do hit, he looks like a complete genius. But if he has a string of videos which flops, that could mean 6 months without a crazy outlier. And if he solely relies on AdSense and sponsorships to monetize, and he doesn't hit certain view requirements, it could severely impact his livelihood. The solution to win on YouTube is quality plus quantity, no two ways about it. It is the fastest way to grow a channel. And once again, it's so impressive that the top creators have been able to balance a high quality video with high quantity. Because if you've ever made a YouTube video in your life, you'll know how much effort goes into writing the script, filming the video, the post-production, the editing, and the thumbnail creation. And if you're creating that many videos, you're also conscious about repeating the same information in the same 2 videos, because you don't want to say the same thing and for there to be content overlap. And there is good proof that quality plus quantity works for even new channels. My good friend Callaway recently started a channel a little over 2 months ago, talking about how to go viral with short form content. And in just a little bit over 2 months, he's grown his channel to 70,000 subscribers, and he has a video that's almost at 1 million views. When you post a high volume of quality videos, YouTube picks up that your channel is gaining momentum, and the viewers who like your initial viral upload will sit waiting for your next video to come. And if you capitalize on this wave of attention, it can turn subpar video ideas into massive outliers. When you post more, you not only get more watch time, but the secondary benefits are that you build more trust with your core audience, and they are more likely to come watch your videos over and over again. Therefore, the core tension in YouTube success revolves around a fascinating paradox. The platform simultaneously demands both quality and quantity, but these two forces work against each other. Think of quality and quantity as 2 sides of a pendulum. Quality sits on one side where the high points are, where your content truly shines, where every edit is perfect, every transition is smooth, and every point lands with the viewer. This is where creators feel most proud of their work, where their content is part of their vision. So when the pendulum swings towards quality, you might spend weeks, even months, obsessing over every single detail until the video is flawless. And quantity represents the other side, where you produce content to maintain the momentum, even if it's not your best, most refined work. Most creators get stuck between one of 2 traps. When you first start your channel, you're more on the quality side, and that's because you are just getting into the groove of creating videos. You're trying to figure out what your audience wants. You're even trying to find your core audience. So you spend a lot of time ideating, scripting the video, editing the video, filming the video to make sure that it's picture perfect. But eventually, you get to a place where the videos are performing, you have outliers here and there, and now you think to yourself, hey, if I would just double my volume, I would get double the results. So now you swing towards the quantity side where you increase volume. But the problem with increasing more volume is that quantity is the enemy of quality. When you're trying to get a high quantity out of the same high standard, you would have to increase the number of hours that you're working, or if you're not doing that, you have to hire a team and start outsourcing editing, creating thumbnails, writing the script. So when you spend more time or you outsource it, 2 things happen. Number 1, you'll be able to increase the quantity of videos that you produce, but 2, because it's not just you doing it right now, you'll start to see a slow decline in the quality of the videos. And this can manifest in different ways. Your channel is no longer getting the outliers that it used to have, or you have like a gut feeling that the content just doesn't feel right. So now you're at the quantity end, you'll swing the pendulum back to the quality end. This back and forth swing goes on and on and on. But really, this back and forth is where you learn a lot about yourself as a creator. You learn how to get better at scripts, you learn how to get better at editing, creating thumbnails, etc. The real difference between a beginner creator and a creator with millions of subscribers is not that they're smarter or they're more hardworking. They've just gone through these swings enough times to pick up these skills that's necessary. They understand that this pendulum phenomenon is just a part of the game. And really, the pendulum signifies an inconsistent upload schedule. And the top creators have learned that if they want to grow their channel to have both quantity and quality, they need to minimize the swing of the pendulum. And the secret to minimizing the pendulum swing isn't trying to find a perfect balance point. It's about creating a rhythm that harmonizes both forces. And that means creating a daily habit of making content. Whether it's raining or whether there's an eclipse that's about to engulf the world, you need to sit down and create content. Making videos is a muscle, and you need to work it if you want to get stronger. And to build that muscle, this is where the 10-minute rule comes in. The first 10 minutes when you wake up is when your brain is in its most authentic state. Before the world strikes to seep in, before you start getting messages, and before your inner critic wakes up, this is a pure creative window that the top YouTubers have learned to harness. So the rule is simple. Within 10 minutes of waking up, you have to create a piece of content for your channel. It could be writing a script, planning a video, or recording a short segment of your script. For lots of YouTubers, and myself included, the biggest bottleneck when you're creating videos isn't the time spent in editing the videos or the thumbnail. It's actually how long you spend writing the script. Because writing a script can take 5 to 10 hours if you're not experienced. So this 10-minute morning commitment creates a psychological anchor that pulls you towards script writing every day, which is important because without a script, you won't be able to record a video. Think about how having a morning coffee signals to your brain that the morning morning has started. The 10-minute rule works the exact same way. It signals to your brain that creating videos and scripting content isn't a massive mountain to climb, but it's a natural part of your daily rhythm, like getting your morning coffee or brushing your teeth. What makes this rule so effective is that it eliminates the biggest barrier to consistency, decision fatigue. By making content creation the first action of the day, you bypass all the mental negotiations that slow you down. So there's no time to wonder, should I write a script today, or is it actually good enough? You don't think about any of that stuff. You're creating before even your doubts can creep into your mind. Think about how top creators like Hormozi maintain their output, 7-8 videos a month with an hour-long video each. He's learned to harness what psychologists call the Zeigarnik effect, which is our brain's tendency to remember uncompleted tasks better than completed ones. When you start scripting videos in the first 10 minutes of your day, you're unintentionally creating an open loop in your mind. Your brain naturally wants to close this loop, so even if in the first 10 minutes to an hour of the day you don't actually complete the script, your brain's gonna go back to it over and over again until you completely finish the script. And this relates back to the pendulum of quality and quantity. This initial 10-minute creation rule acts as like a stabilizing force for the pendulum. Instead of wild swings between perfectionism and then rushed work, you can actually have a steady rhythm where the pendulum doesn't swing as much and you can create great content with a great amount of volume. The morning brain state will thus naturally balance quantity and quality. When you write your script, your morning brain will focus more on the core messages rather than perfect, small, detailed executions. So when you write a script, it'll actually feel more authentic and more engaging. And because you're starting your content so early, your brain will have time to cook and really think about all of these insights, and you can expand on it on a later time of the day. If you start writing for 10 minutes a day every single morning, these 10-minute sessions can evolve into writing sessions that are 30 minutes long, 60 minutes long, sometimes 4 hours long. And once you enter that flow state, you can pretty effortlessly write the full script, because it's not that the script is difficult to write, it's that the first draft of the script is difficult to write. It's getting the first words. But if you're not staring at a blank page and you're actually editing a script, it's a lot easier, and the words kind of just flow out like vomit. With that in mind, the first 10 minutes of the day should be dedicated to creating something completely new, like writing a completely new script, which I believe to be the highest leverage task when growing a YouTube channel. So to make these first 10 minutes of your days way easier, the night before you go to bed, you have to plan for what you're gonna write in the morning. If you're working on a script, have the title of the video, have some basic research, have some outliers that you've watched. You don't want to be watching other YouTube videos within these first 10 minutes. It's gonna make it infinitely harder. You want to solely focus on writing, and therefore you need to set yourself up for success. Beside your bed, also have a glass of water so that when you wake up, you can have some water and you don't have any distractions or excuses to not get to work immediately. Then take a timer, set it to 10 minutes, and just write. Don't fight the resistance, relax your body, and before you know it, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes would have passed, and your script would be partially done or completely done. And that's how you start your day with a productive win. And this 10-minute habit is one of the few things that you need to become a top 1% creator. Oh wait, there's something important that I didn't tell you about the 10-minute rule. Applying this rule won't actually help you if you don't understand any script writing fundamentals. You'll be like a monkey with a hammer. So if you want to learn all of my best script writing knowledge, click on this video over here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.